Hello, this is Ankit Alex Hasda, year 15 CS58, and I'm making this video to explain about the program I've made for 7th experiment data structure. The first one is the implementation of merge sort. Before moving on to the program, first I'll some brief about merge sort. In merge sort, what we do is like divide the array into two parts and then append the elements of these two parts in the new array by comparing the elements of these parts. So for this, so moving on to the program, first of all I include the required header files, that is iostream. Next is a array. This is to this is the main array which we need to sort. Next is b. This is the like temporary array uh, in which we will append the divided array. Next is n. This is to like store the size of the array. Next is this next are the functions merge sort and merge sort one. First function is to first function is uh, we'll move on to this function later. Next is here next is main function. Here we will do some basic functions, which that is calling the merge sort and input the data in the input the data into the main array, and next and displaying the array. Moving on to the merge sort function. In this function what we do is we like divide the main array into parts, like first into two and then further into smaller parts, only till there is only a single element left. So as you can see here, this function runs in recursive, and it continues until there is only when L is, that is the left side, is less than right side. That is it runs until that left side is less than right side. That means until only one element is left. So first what we do is like divide the main array into two parts, then these two parts are further divided by recursively calling these functions. Next is merge sort one. Next is merge sort one. In this function what we do is we append these divided function into a temporary array and then copy the values back to the main array. So first of all, we will use like I, j and k. These are like markers, and it will, here first is I. It will start from L side, that is the lowest lowest side, and it will increase, and it will be incremented to get every element from the starting to the middle of the part we are sorting. Similarly, j is starts from middle part, one element after middle part, so it will handle the parts after the middle. Next is k. This one is for the temporary array, and it will start from L, that is the lowest part, and it will continue increasing till that part of the array is sorted. So here we start a loop, and it will continue until I is less than mid, that is it goes till mid, and till j is less than r, sorry, in the to the j is less than right side, or the higher part of the array we are sorting. And in this array we will uh, compare the elements of the right hand side part and left hand side part of the array, and append whichever is lower into the temporary array. After this, doing this until this loop is running, it will continue appending elements uh, when the loop is ends, and if there are any leftovers for which we have implemented these two, which will add the leftovers, append the leftovers in the temporary one. And then this final array is to like append the, sorry, copy the elements in the temporary array into main array, so it later doesn't cause any problems. So these are the main functions which we require for merge sort. So for calling, we only call the merge sort in the main function and do the function. So let's try with the example. So first it asks the size of the array, let it be 5. Let it be 5. So as you can see, 5 4 3 2 1. We are sorting the array because it was in descending order, now it's in ascending order. So we successfully implemented the program. So moving on to the next part of the program, that is quick sort. So quick sort is similar to merge sort, but here we select a pivot, then divide the array into two parts uh, with respect to this pivot. That is, first part is smaller than the pivot, and the other part is larger than the pivot. So, and after dividing, uh, we like arrange it and sort it. So for this, I am implement this program. So first of all, I include the required header files. Then I have initialized an array, array A. This is the main array, and it will store the main elements of the array. Next is the partition function. Here I have initialized the partition function. We will discuss about it later. Next is quick sort function. So what this function does is like it keeps dividing using a pivot to each level, at each level. That, like, first it divides it into two parts, then on the right side it will select a pivot, then again divide it, and left, similarly in the left side it will do that till the elementary level, and then we will compare it. And then it will like sort them and append them using the partition. So in the partition function, like what it does is just selects the pivots and divides the array into two parts, that is, one that is smaller than it and other that is larger than it, and then append it together. uh, so when looking at the elementary level, like if there are two elements, uh, so one element is selected as pivot, and then uh, and then if it is larger than the other element, if it is larger than the pivot, it is shifted to the right side, but if it is smaller, then shifted to the left side, and at the end it is swapped. So uh, like continuing this method, we will get we'll sort this array, but as this function does from elementary level and then continues to the complete array. So this is how this function works. And next is a main function. In this main function, we will do the basic things, that is, take the input for the array, call the functions, and display the array. And that's it, how this program works. Now let's try some sample. So we have first has array, right? Like oh, so as you can see, we successfully implemented this program, and thank you.